I had a shave, right? I had a shave and I regret it massively. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlie Rowlands, and today we're going to be diving into the deep, dark world of storyboarding. That's right, storyboarding. So that's right, today we're going to be taking a dive into the world of storyboarding and everything that really entails in storyboarding, and one of the key programs that I use when it comes to all of my storyboarding goodness. And that's only if I do it myself. So basically, throughout time of the history of film, storyboards have been used to help the director communicate what he's envisioning in his head, something like that, to his team, whether that's the cinematographers, the art team, everybody, the people, and really communicate what he or she wants to create. Each director interpretates storyboarding completely different to the other. One may say that storyboarding is the key part of pre-production, when the other might not care about it at all. So for example, if you're a filmmaker, you probably know the ye-old story of Mad Max Fury Road, how the director only really storyboarded and didn't really make a script because the film was so visually pleasing, which it is. It's a nice bloody film. And that's right, it is a bloody good looking film. But like I said, it is completely up to the person. And that all depends on how you work with a cinematographer. Some directors and crew members may have the relationship with the cinematographer and the DOP or whatever that they already know their visual style that they want to go for. So me personally, I like working with a cinematographer and giving that cinematographer as much freedom as they need to kind of create the image that I want. So it's all about sharing that world and that image that you have in your head, and then also letting the other person be the painter and the paint to create the image that I kind of want, if that makes any sense at all. So like in my past videos where I've stated that collaborative work is always superior than trying to do everything yourself, I have worked on projects and made projects which I've had a person like Emily's amazing work before of creating a storyboard with a storyboard artist. And that's always probably one of my favorite routes of going, because I always like to hear and see what I'm trying to create interpreted in somebody else's vision through my words to make sure that what I'm wanting and trying to create even makes sense. Don't know if that made sense. And so with examples here, I have one-to-one recreated storyboard scenes into film motion. Your storyboard can be anything. It could be something as crap as this. I'm actually very proud of this. Or you could do something more like this, or you could use a program like Storyboarder, which is honestly one of the best programs I've ever found for storyboard art. I would still consider myself a decent artist and decent at creating storyboards and stuff like that, but you don't have to be amazing. Martin Scorsese's storyboards are utter crap. I love his movies, but they suck. And that doesn't matter because he's conveying through his message. Easy. But it's also what you want to convey through your films. So a lot of his crew who know him and have built that relationship up will know his style of storyboards, and the way he explains his storyboards are really good. So if you're not as good as explaining your ideas through, a really good storyboard can always help. So that I'm going to be showing you today, which is very part of this video, it's not sponsored, but I would take sponsorship, is a program called Storyboarder. Storyboarder is so good. So by using Storyboarder, we can do stuff like actually draw on screen. So if you have a tablet and you want to draw, you can do that. Brilliant. But the best thing about Storyboarder is you can then add in your next scene, blah, blah, blah. You can even copy over scenes and do stuff like that. But you can also, which is the thing that I find helps me the most to figure out the camera angles, figure out the pacing, is Shot Generator is just incredible. So if I open this storyboard from one of my other projects, which is something I worked on in between, it's so powerful. So you can save and create and generate 3D spaces to really open up and really understand where your character is going to be, the size of different characters, the look of different characters, the part of it, and even add drawings on top of those 3D models to help people who can't draw, who like floating lamps, that's my bad, but using things like these to really emphasize and build on the world that you're trying to create. When you're a small, no-budget filmmaker and having that idea and really trying to get that through to everybody else, to get everybody pumped up and get everybody passionate about the project, is probably the best thing you can do. Being able to get people passionate and pumped up about the project. It's probably one of the most powerful things you'll be able to do as a low budget director, or no budget director. That's probably the best word to say, isn't it? So if I'm on here, so I've obviously created some of these scenes with my floating lamp, stuff like that. Is you don't have to draw that twice. You've got loads of different pens and pencils, which you can use to, you know, add colour in and draw, you know, draw. I'm not gonna talk about that too much, but this is my favorite bit. When you launch Shot Generator, you are taken into a 3D plane. Just like any ordinary 3D builder like Blender or anything like that, you've got your lines as well, which you can keep to, your guides. You can create multiple cameras, you can create objects, you know, you can change things. One of the things that does kind of annoy me is you've got to create a box and then create something else, which is a bit annoying, but it's so easy. It's so easy. And then as soon as we have our shot, so if I just quickly make a shot up of somebody sat on the edge of a bed, you can even go into a mirror pose position and find loads of different poses so you don't have to do all the hard work. It's so good. And even if I type in sit, there's one for sitting. Oh, I love it. I actually love it. And you can even use the skeleton of the pre-built model to give your character some movement, which is really cool. It's got that kind of, you know, Gary's mod feel to it. You know, maybe you could be, you know, Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé. So, you know, you can create so much stuff, move around these separate bones to give your character even more custom ability. So if I go to hand over here, I can create different hand positions and different hand shapes and stuff like that. It's incredible. It's honestly such a powerful piece, which it took me ages to find this. I say that about everything there, don't I? So maybe I'm just a bit slow. So if I save to board, I'm gonna save this basically onto this blank 12A page right here. So if I press save to board, you should see it updates. And then say if I want to move in and get the same shot again, oh dear, and I want to get a close up on the character's face, I can save to new board. Boom. I can close this off. And I can do whatever I want to this. I can start drawing on here and kind of, you know, changing some detail if I want the character to be upset here. I can do stuff like that. You know, I don't know what he's doing. And if I wanted to go back and change this shot or anything about it or use this scene again, all I have to do is re-click on Shot Generator and say I want to get another angle. All I do is reposition. I can either save it to the same board or I can make it onto a new board. Perfect. So easy. And you can readjust, you can even change the timing of each of these scenes and stuff like that and add dialogue in and actions and stuff like that, which is so good. So I've got, you know, I've added some dialogue into some of these, into one of them, really. This is an unfinished one. I just wanted to share this with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this episode today. Make sure to follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, and all that malarkey. If you've enjoyed this content and want to see more stuff like this, make sure to stick around for more. I'm going to be making so many more filmmaking videos and stuff like this and just talking about stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed and I will see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, another day, in the next one. That's the one.